Brooks in the Morning Rush.
Show is just great.
I like what they talk about.
Oh, a terrific show.
I listen to their show every morning.
98.7 Kiss Country.
It's Friday morning. You know what that means. Yep. Frank is out of bed early, sitting on the porch, listening to the roosters cock-a-doodle-dooling.
That's right.
Do you have
Good
roosters?
morning, doves dubbing.
Do you have roosters out there, Frank?
You know, we don't have any anymore, Jay.
Well, you probably, that would be a great ambiance or background to hear the roosters just a cock-a-doodle-doo while you're trying to do this whole thing.
That would be kind of fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
we've had roosters, and the bad animals seem to find them.
Oh boy. So hey, I see. Well, hey, we'll talk about that in a minute. But I see that you have a piece of farm ground coming up for sale near Carpenter in a couple of weeks. I mean, it looks like a nice farm.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's going to be on Wednesday, September 16th, and it's 120 acres, Jay. It's a really nice land farm. It's got a high CSR, about an 81.3 CSR. It's got plenty of farm tile on it. It lays nice up there. It's just about a mile west and a mile and a half south of Carpenter. So it's nice location there. And it also has a windmill on it. So the person who buys it will receive every year, and it'll increase every year. But starting next year will be $8,000 of windmill income.
Really?
Yep. Yeah. So that goes nice ways towards a farm payment. So something to consider.
It's nice that that's actually transferable.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So is this people can come out and look through the property before the auction, kind of like you do with an open house, like one that's in town?
Right. You bet. So that's yes. Yes, they can. Like that auction we have coming up in Chickasaw County, especially. Yeah. We've got another land auction in Chickasaw County, which comes up. That's coming up in the 23rd of September. And especially if you want to move to the country, Jay, out there we have a 16-acre building site with a farm building site on it. And then there's also a 5-acre parcel where a person could build a house. There's a 60 by 90 shed on it. And then around that is 140 acres of farmland over by in between New Hampton and Nashua. So right. Because that actually will be out there this Sunday from noon to 2. So if anybody's looking for a building site, or if they want a hobby farm over by New Hampton, Chickasaw County, Ionia, and even Waverly, that'd be something to check out.
I got to ask you too, when you're dealing with this kind of thing with the acreage or farm, things like that, what kind of financing? I mean, I can't just show up and just start bidding. Do I got to have a financing backing already? Do I got to show that before I start bidding on it?
No, you need to have your financing in order because it is considered a cash sale.
Okay.
But what that means is you'll have to have a down payment, and so there's a down payment due the day, but then you have your 30 to 45 days to get your financing. So it's nothing to get too scared about as far as the financing piece. You just need to make sure you're able to go as high as you're going to bid. So That's one thing. Your banker will tell you how high you can bid on this one, and just be prepared for that.
Yeah, go to the bank on Monday and go, "Hey, I just bought a farm for $300,000." Well, you're only capped out at 150, Jay.
That's right. You better go find a couple more banks.
Yeah.
In addition.
Yeah, Frank Fox. Guess what? I need some money.
No, wrong bank.
Wrong bank. Yeah, I assume you're going to have live and online bidding for auction like the Worth County one. Is that similar to the way that people can bid on farm machinery auctions, where they follow along on the online and actual sell at the live auction and bid at the same time? How does that work?
Exactly. Yeah, it is. So this is being implemented a little bit more and more. We've especially with the COVID now, some people, the benefit of this is they can bid right from their own home.
Sure.
So also sometimes we have investors from out of state that like to bid, and we still do phone bids. They like that. This is just another tool. It's another way to make it a little more convenient for people. They can log on ahead of time, just get registered to bid, and they can actually bid ahead of time, just kind of test the market there and bid it up a little bit. But the day of the auction, then we'll have a computer operator there at the auction, and the people are at home, and they'll follow along as the numbers increase. And if they hit the bid button, it dings there, and our computer operator will yep. So it's kind of like a virtual ring man, and right. So they can go right along with the crowd, so they can watch in real time as the bids increase.
Do you hear that when people are? Do you get to see any of that when you're doing the auction? Can you hear that ding or that?
If they have it turned up, yep. It sounds it's kind of exciting. It's ding ding, yep. It's kind of fun.
That is interesting. Yeah. So if you've never been to an auction recently, you got to go catch up on the technology and just stand 6 feet away from somebody and just watch everybody bid.
And that's the other thing. We've got 2 great locations for these auctions. One's the Carpenter Community Center, and one is the Bradford Pioneer Museum. So for that Chickasaw County land, on the 23rd, that might be worth coming to see anyway. It's right by the Little Brown Church, Jay.
Oh,
so right, and there's a museum inside there, so that's really kind of neat too. So
yeah. Well, I also saw a post on your Fox Hay auction Facebook page, and you're going to be having a hay auction on Labor Day.
Mm-hmm. Like Julie says, the horses, cattle, and critters, they don't observe national holidays. So they got to eat. So, yep, we're going to have one on Labor Day, which is Monday night at 6. And, we do switch to winter hours, and that will be in October, more than likely October. And we're going to go to Saturdays this year. For 14, 15 years, we've been the first and third Sunday. And so we're going to switch it over to Saturdays, first and third Saturday of the month, like at 10:30 in the morning. Okay. And so that'll start in October. We've got a lot of Amish friends that have been coming down to the auction, and of course they can't come on a Sunday.
Sure.
So we're gonna kind of honor them, and also we thought it might be fun to have some Sundays off. So I missed too many Vikings games, Jay.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, that'll be worth watching or not these days.
Yeah, right. Who knows?
Yeah,
I'm getting ready for next year.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Vikings fan, you always got to talk about next year.
Exactly. Yeah, even when the season hasn't started yet.
When it hasn't started, when at the end of the season, it's always, next year.
Yeah, there's always next year. Let's see what kind of field goal kicker we can find this year that'll miss a field goal. Yeah,
I tell you.
Just a reminder, people can actually go online and watch this. It's on the Morning Rush Facebook page. It's on the Kiss Country Facebook page. It's on my YouTube channel. In case you don't have Facebook, I put it on my YouTube channel, just the letter J Brooks 987. So you can go back and watch all this. And in case you missed a question, if you do have a question, like I said, you can always post it. And BG actually reminded me, because I was talking about this earlier this week, Frank, about the lock of President Lincoln's hair. I was gonna ask you about that. It was supposed to go through about 75,000. They thought for a lock of Abraham Lincoln's hair.
Okay. Oh, it sold at auction.
Yeah. So, but how do you know? Because they were talking about how the auctioneer verified it or justified it or whatever. I mean, how do you do that on something like that? I mean, I could take a lock of my hair and go to an auction and say, "Hey, here's Elvis Presley's hair."
Well, yours is gray and his wasn't.
Okay, you got me there.
I had to tease it. I wonder if they did DNA testing.
I don't know.
I haven't heard that story. I'll have to look at it though. Yeah. That's something. There, and there's plenty of scams out there. So the first thing you'd be pretty leery. Yeah.
Because they got it from after he had died. That's where I don't know, they cut the piece of hair off or what, but. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. What did it bring? Like 75,000 they thought it was going to bring. They didn't auction off yet. I don't know what the final tally was,
okay.
But the auctioneer was saying it should bring around 75,000.
Okay. For some hair.
Yeah. For Abraham Lincoln's hair though.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy, isn't it? You just never know what's going to be people want.
Yeah, I know. Have you ever had something like that? Something strange that you go, I have no idea what this thing could bring. Yeah.
Well, we sold a piece of art one time it's called hair art. So back in the turn of the century, they would collect hair from their deceased people for his memory.
Like we're just talking about. Okay.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if but see, the ladies would comb their hair and save their hair.
Uh-huh.
So this could be a whole long conversation, but then they would braid it and make it into artwork.
Really?
So, right. Yeah, that was the thing back in the turn of the century.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you sold a piece of art like that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So what did it bring?
I was like $200 or $300.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah. No, the 75,000, boy, I'd be trying to find some more of that.
Right. Exactly. As soon as we get done with this conversation, Frank's getting online. He's going to do some research.
That's right. That's right. Save that hair that I have left that falls off, right?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. You might want to start capturing that because you never know. Your lovely wife could, cash in on that someday.
That's right. Claim that it's somebody famous. Yes.
Right, exactly. Well, again, go check out foxauctioncompany.com, all spelled out. Frank, have yourself a wonderful weekend. All right.
Hey, thanks. You too.
That's the good stuff.